There are hedge fund managers making $1 million an hour. You know, it's crazy, right? There's money everywhere. There's money in everything. I want to help you. Start your business today. Come join my royal family. Subscribe to Casino Is the Name. Hey, yo, what's going on? Right now you're watching Casino Is the Name. In this video, we're going to talk about how I made $1,167.98 with less than 1 hour of work. So, not too long ago, I did a video about Mariah Carey and how she made $60 million from one song, right? So if you think about the time that she took to make that one song, even if you included all of the touring that she did to promote the record, if you factored all of that in as, say, hours, then maybe she put in 100 hours of work, maybe more, maybe 1,000 hours of work, but she made $60 million off of that amount of time that she put into creating that record. Just the creation of the record and everything like that, that is intellectual property. So there are several ways that you can get residual income. One, of course, is something like real estate, where you rent out a property or some kind of item. It could be, it doesn't just have to be real estate. It can be other things, but you rent something. Another one would be where you write a book and you have royalties that come in from that book. That's from the intellectual property. And so I really like the intellectual property side because, of course, once you create it, the time that you took to create it, that is all the time that's actually necessary for you to put in necessarily for that product. Now you can go, of course, you can promote as much as you want. You can spend as much time pushing and promoting that product. But once you own it, once you've created it, it's yours. That is part of the reason, that's a large part of the reason why I'm doing this right now, because this is my property. I own this production. The reason why I do high quality production is because I want to make sure that if it's mine and I own it, then it is high quality, but I don't have to do it like this. But for me, this is my product. This is something that I own, and I can take this to any platform that I want to put it on. I can put it on TV if I want to. I can do anything that I want to, as long as there's an avenue for that, or an opportunity arises. But basically, I did one video, and it is called the Real Estate versus Trucking video. It has about 160 something thousand views on it, and that video has paid me to date $1,167.98. Just that one video. So it was the only video I kind of really looked at, but I just happened to come across it, and I said, you know, I wonder what I made on it since I created it, right? And when I saw that it was over $1,000, I was thinking, this would probably be an interesting video just to talk about intellectual properties. So like rappers and musicians, they write songs, they create songs, and those songs, they get royalties off of those songs for the rest of their lives, right? Well, they can, as long as, I guess, somebody's listening to it. The streaming has completely changed the game. The Spotify and all of the streaming music places, it's completely changed the game. Because before, when somebody got music royalties, it was because a CD was selling. It was because the song was playing on the radio. So if you weren't playing on the radio too often because that program director has decided to not play you, or if somebody used your song in a movie or sampled your song, then you receive royalties that way. And there are people who made, I know the guy who made, dang it, what's the name of that song? I know Drake and Lil Wayne and some of those other people sampled his song, but he's made over $100 million off of that one song from all of the people using that song over time. And so now if you just have a very unpopular song, then that unpopular song would probably not make you very much money. And So not all royalties are created equal, right? You may have a song that is not bringing anything in, or maybe a penny in a year. But basically, if you can create it, and you have an audience that is interested in what you create, then the royalties can pay you for the rest of your life. And there are people, now think about this. If I made that off of that one video, think about the people who are the big YouTubers. There's a YouTuber, he has about 80 something million subscribers. He has over 3,700 videos. I only got like 100 videos. Definitely not doing 1 million views per video like this guy's doing. He's actually doing way more than 1 million views per video, but he's doing that many views. He has that many subscribers. He uploads probably every day. I'm sure he probably uploads every day. He could probably upload 2 or 3 times a day, because I'm sure he can afford the production staff and everything that it would take to keep up, to ramp up production, and to satisfy that audience. Not only that, but he sells merch. He does brand deals where somebody pays him to promote. He does all of those things. And once he produces that video, he can get his $10,000 from his brand deal that he may do. He can sell his merch that he may have. But that video will pay him for the rest of his life. Of course, at some period of time, one of those videos may do really, really good in the beginning, and it might slow down, later on, maybe 6 months down the line or 2 months down the line. And then all of a sudden, still 5 years later, he's still getting paid off of that video. It just may not be getting as much money as he was originally making when he first released it. But there are still new people who are discovering old videos. There are some videos that people just like to watch, so they go back and they watch them and they watch them and they watch them. To this day, I still have people who are just now discovering that video that I produce, and that's a great thing for me. But it's intellectual property, and intellectual property is very important if you want to have residual income. So imagine having 3,700 videos, and every video is probably making him, I don't even want to say, because I saw something saying that he was making about 47,000 a day. And so that's just crazy. It's crazy numbers. I saw something saying that he was making over 60 something on one day, 60 something thousand dollars, like $66,000 in a day. That's crazy, off of just YouTube. And that's not including the brand deals and all of the other things, but just residual income from videos that he made long time ago, years ago, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years ago. They are still paying him. So I'm only 100 and something videos, trying to get up to like 1,000 videos. I'm trying to ramp up production, but I'm also trying to make sure that I'm producing something that is beneficial, that you guys can use, that's interesting. And yeah, but that is how I made $1,167.98. And that was off of one video. And it took me, I think the video was less than 15 minutes long. And I edit pretty quickly. So once I got done editing and uploading, and I mean, it didn't make that much money in 1 hour. That's just how much work it took for me to create that and move on to the next one. I think I might have uploaded, I want to say I could have uploaded 3 that same day. If I didn't upload 3 that day, the next time I uploaded 3 videos in that same period of time. And so it took me less than an hour to edit, shoot, edit, and upload that video. And just to know that you can make, like putting forth that effort, even still to this day, because I think that video is from December. So this month, in the last like 20 something days, it still made me like $70. So it's not making me crazy money, but imagine if you just had some things that you created that were still going to pay you over time, right? And you had a lot of them. And that's what I would love to be at. And that's why I'm very glad that you guys are watching these videos and finding the information that I'm providing valuable and letting me know. So giving me direction on where to go at next with my next video. But I definitely appreciate you guys subscribing. Create you some intellectual property, get you an ebook, get you some kind of YouTube going, do something, like create a movie. Oh, I shot a short film. I'm wondering, I don't know how I want to release the film. What do you guys think? Should I release it on YouTube? It's a short film, but it's a little short horror film that I made, shot it here myself. And that's another thing. I do everything myself. All my production is done by me. I fly my drone. I'm running the camera. I'm recording audio separately. I'm doing the lighting. I'm doing everything myself. And so I'm self-contained. That's kind of just more so on the artist side for me. I just like creating stuff. But being self-contained means that, I don't have to go outside of myself to do anything, the graphics, nothing. So it allows me to not have to come out of pocket to create that intellectual property up front. But if you have to do that, then is it worth it? Would it be worth it for me to have paid somebody $100 to shoot that video? Yeah, I still would have made $1,000. Yeah, and then it would have been less effort on my part. But I do enjoy this part, and it keeps the money in my pocket as well. So anyway, just wanted to bring you guys this information, man. I thought you might find it valuable. Right now, you watch a Casino Is the Name, on the way we grew up, the environment we was in, the mentality we had, and then to change my life and all my accomplishments, all of the countries, all of the countless cities I've been to. I even surprised myself. You gotta understand, this wasn't even something I could have dreamed. How could you want something you didn't know exists? You gotta think. I ain't know nobody who did what I did, who lived the way I lived. I've been around the world so many times by myself, I didn't even know how to communicate with people where I'm from. I went from hustling in the projects in Tallahassee to exploring castles in Europe. I partnered with Italians. I made money in Germany. I still only got stabbed in the back by people I cared about. So instead of being surrounded by snakes, I'd rather sit in my mansion alone. There are hedge fund managers making $1 million an hour. You know, it's crazy, right? It's money everywhere. It's money in everything. I want to help you. Start your business today. Come join my royal family. Subscribe to Casino Is the Name.